Hello and welcome to Sport Pizza, where we serve you the absolute best in the ever-exciting world of sports. My name is Olakunle Philip. Well, for some of us, we are still getting to come to terms with the fact that the Super Eagles of Nigeria will not be in Qatar. A big blow for sport pundits and, of course, soccer lovers all over the country. But the draws went down last Friday, and, of course, the teams have been put in their respective groups. We'll be looking at the teams from the African continent, the teams that we feel can qualify from that group. But also, the sport minister also came out to say that there's going to be a plan, a 10-year plan for the Super Eagles. And the question is it just about the Super Eagles? How about the other teams in Nigeria? And also the MPFL, we witnessed Matchday 10. I was really very exciting. There were no away wins in the Matchday 10 of the MPFL. But the good news for the Lagos fans is the fact that NFM moved from the 20th position to the 19th position. If that is a good news, well, we'll be talking about that. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, the show begins proper. Welcome back. Well, for some of us, last week wasn't a very good week for us because of the ouster of the Super Eagles. But we're beginning to find our feet. And let's not forget that the African Cup of Nations will be taking center stage in Côte d'Ivoire come 2023. And it's very imperative that we begin preparation right now. To talk about all of this and many more, I've got Dari Olayinka joining me on the show. Dari, good to have you here.
Yeah, good day. It's nice to be here once again.
Well, it's good to also have you here, Dari. I know I understood how you felt last week when we were talking about the Super Eagles versus the Black Stars game, but some of us are already recuperating. Dari, aftermath of that game, the ouster of the Super Eagles, the Nigerian Football Federation came out to sack the technical crew of the Super Eagles. But before then, we got this news that Augustine Eguavoen has sent his resignation letter. And also, Dari, the NFF also sacked the consortium of coaches handling the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So which one do you believe? The resignation of Augustine Eguavoen or the sack by the Nigerian Football Federation?
As far as I'm concerned, for Eguavoen, I'm not sure there is anything like sack. Because
he doesn't even have a contract in the first instance.
Contracts with them, he is only a technical director. And when the former coach was fired, Genotro, and he was told to step in interim capacity, and he was not even, taking salaries like the coach. He was only taking, allowances. So to me, if they want us to believe that Eguavoen has been sacked, then he will be relieved of his job as a technical director. Because
he actually came out to say, after he said he resigned, that he's going back to his position as a technical director of the Nigerian Football Federation.
That shows you that he has not been sacked. He has not been fired. He was only, he was only stepping down from the
coaching capacity
to the technical director capacity, which to me, it doesn't go well with me. Because if you cannot do well in a little thing, then you should not handle a bigger thing. So it shows you that our technical director, does not know about our players, about our team. Look at the selection, look at the team list. So
the substitution
and every other thing. So somebody like Eguavoen should not be in that position.
Well, someone like Eguavoen should not be in that position. Also, the former coach of the Super Eagles, Genotro, came out to say that if he had been left to handle the Eagles, if he had not been fired, he would have qualified Nigeria for the World Cup and also get as far as the quarterfinal. Do you share that opinion?
No, I don't agree. I don't agree.
Because I know you're one of those.
Yes. Let us say the truth. The problem of this Super Eagles started from the time of Genotro. When Genotro came, it started well. Beating Cameroon, Algeria, and somewhere along the line, some players left the team, and he could not replace the players like Mikel Obi, Victor Moses, Ogenyonaze, and the rest of them. And he started losing it gradually. Even the AFCON Genotro took us to unless we want to deceive ourselves, we did not do well in that, but we still managed to.
No, Dari, I don't quite agree with that. We did well. We did well.
We did not do well.
We did well, Dari. 2019.
Looking at the quality of play on the pitch, you expect a Genotron that has been with the team for a longer period, for the play. I mean, you expect the team to play better than it, but one way or the other, we are able to come back home with a bronze medal.
It wasn't an easy feat. We defeated one of the top teams in the competition, Cameroon, in the quarterfinal. I think it was in the quarterfinal. No, it was in the second round. We defeated South Africa in the quarterfinal. And against Algeria, the eventual champion, the Foxes, who were regarded as the best team in the tournament, it was that beautiful brilliance in the dying minutes of the game by Riyad Mahrez, that free kick that ousted Nigeria from the Nations Cup. And in the third place match, even against another top team, the Ketish Eagles of Tunisia, we were able to beat them. So I think you really have to spare the blushes of Genotron. He has not done badly. He didn't do badly in the 2019.
I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
But maybe in your own opinion, you feel that probably he did not do badly. But when the qualifying period for this
AFCON
came,
okay,
and we begin to see a lot of short
not too impressive performances.
And you see that a coach that has been with the team for like over 5 years should have a better team, than what we're saying. We remember that Sierra Leone, came to
and played out a 4-draw with
after
Eagles.
We were leading 4-0. They almost defeated us, and we went to their home.
Played out a goalless draw.
And CAR with secondary school team, they came to defeat secondary school players. They came to defeat us in testing.
They are professional players.
No. You can't compare them with Eagles. On a good day, if you select a secondary school team in Nigeria, we'll beat that CAR team.
You sure that
Cape Verde.
You really want to talk about probably
Cape Verde almost defeated us in Lagos. You understand? That was when it dawned on NFF that we cannot continue that. If they continue with Genotron, that disaster is going to happen. But the only issue here is that a Guavon that was employed did not cover himself in glory. If Genotron is still there, if you look at the trend of what has been happening since the beginning of this, the World Cup qualifier, you won't say Genotron will qualify Nigeria for World Cup.
Well, the deed has actually been done. The Eagles will not be playing in the African Cup of Nations. We are looking at the way forward because the qualifiers for Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is going to begin in earnest, and it's expedient that we begin to work towards that as well. Dari, right now, we are in a chaos situation, a state of conundrum as we speak. The Sport Ministry has issued query to the Nigerian Football Federation, and the NFF, the Sport Minister also said they have a plan in which the national teams or thereabout will, in the next 10 years, will really will do well. But I want to ask you, Dari, what kind of coaches do you think the Super Eagles of Nigeria needs at this time? With the caliber of players in our ranks, what kind of coaches do we need? Is it a foreign coach or a local coach? I said something. I said Amunike shouldn't have accepted to be a Gabon assistant, because I remember some years ago when Amadou Shaibu was appointed and Siazia was told to become an assistant, and he said he is better than Amadou Shaibu, that he cannot coach, he cannot be assistant. And later, he coached the Super, though he didn't stay long, right? But to me, I feel that most of the players in this current Super Eagles, he has worked with them in the under 17, under 20 players like Victor Osimhen, Samuel Chukwueze, and even Omero. And don't forget that he was an assistant coach when we won an under 17. Later, he became a substantive coach under 17, and he still won under 17. So I think I understand their mentality. There is this relationship between them. So but I think one of the things that people are talking about, are complaining about, is the fact that the local coaches are easily influenced by the NFF chieftains, and also even some of the agents around them, and all of that. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's very true. But as a coach, you have to stand your ground. If you know you want to go to places, you want to achieve success with the team, and the platform that has been given to you, you must do everything possible to protect that platform. I understand what you're saying, but at least somebody must just come, to say no to all those nonsense.
All right, one of the veterans, when you talk sports in the country, Larry Izamuje, came out to say what we need right now is not just a foreign coach, a coach with the needed certificates. The coach with the needed experience is what we need to take the Super Eagles to greater heights. What do you think about that?
I think he's saying the truth. Like I said the other time, it could be anybody. But I just mentioned that if you're going to go
Emmanuel
local coach, probably Emmanuel Amunike. But I said something in one of the shows I attended somewhere that we need a coach with pedigree, a coach that understands African football. The
coach that will not be that handling Nigeria wouldn't be his best achievement.
That's
his best position.
A coach that has pedigree, that has you can see what he has done before, in other countries like, Abel Renard, winning AFCON with Cote d'Ivoire, winning in Zambia.
Yeah.
And so that kind of a coach, someone that's been in Africa, I've seen it all. They understand the mentality.
I think he's the coach of Saudi Arabia as we speak.
Yes, they understand the rivalry between Nigeria and Ghana, between Nigeria and Cameroon, between Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire. That's all we need. Well, you don't need to go and bring a coach that will be kneeling down for our NFL. Just give me an opportunity. I can deliver. Just give me an opportunity. No, a coach that knows his honor. That's what we need now.
That is what we need right now. Well, Steve Sports Pizza right here on this dial. We'll go on this short break, and when we come back, the show continues. Welcome back. Still Sport Pizza right here. We're looking at the groupings that went down last week in Qatar. We're going to be looking at the African teams and how well we feel they can pull through from their respective groups. In Group A, we have Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, that's the Teranga Lions, and of course, Netherlands. Dario Olayinka. This group looks a bit easy for Senegal.
When you pick Netherlands, and any other team I've not seen a tough team there. And with the kind of
pedigree
that Senegal is in now, they've just won the AFCON, and look at the way they came back to defeat Egypt. So I feel that unless something unusual happens, I feel that Senegal should go through.
Well, Dario feels that Senegal should go through. I feel that way as well. Let's look at Group D, France. And then the team, one other team is also, we're waiting for them to qualify as well. Denmark and Tunisia. Looking at this group, Dario, this looks like the group of death. Not the group of death, but for the African team, is a very difficult one.
I think it's a difficult one. The Tunisia we saw in AFCON, they were not,
and they were very lucky to go up with to have a very easy opponent in the playoff.
Yes, like Congo.
Congo.
Mali.
They
were able to defeat Mali on luck, but Mali outplayed them. But because of that home goal from
Mali,
that was why they qualified. So for me, I felt that they won't be able to do anything meaningful in that group.
It's 50-50, and then the last group has Portugal. When you talk about Portugal, you always want to talk about players like Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo. Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea Republic. I think this looks evenly poised.
No.
Not evenly poised?
No, when you have to take Portugal.
Okay, you take Portugal out.
Cristiano Ronaldo. But Uruguay, they have not really been doing that.
They've not been convincing.
Yes,
that's why
the experience is there. But Ghana will want to revenge what happened to them in South Africa.
Do they have the players?
But you have to give it to the new coaching crew,
Otto.
They have done, very well. The team that was, disastrous during the last AFCON. But, they've done a little bit of transformation. But will that see them to progress, in that group? I think it's a bit difficult.
And let's not forget, from what we heard in the news, I spoke with some of my Ghanaian friends a few days ago, and they said players like Inaki, different players from all corners are showing interest in switching nationality to Ghana and want to be a part of the World Cup. Don't you think this would be an advantage for the Black Stars to go all the way in the World Cup?
Well, it could be an advantage, but the issue is that they are just coming, playing against the Portuguese team that have been together for long, playing against the Uruguayan team that have been, been together. These are very experienced teams. So, and who says they will play?
They played against an experienced. They played against an experienced Nigerian team. They were inexperienced. They played against an experienced Nigerian team, and they
played against a Nigerian team that refused to show up. They played against a Nigerian team
that's what I'm saying.
That is full of foreign-born players. They were not playing like
Portugal decides to switch off, you remember Portugal switched off even against Serbia.
The quality of Cristiano Ronaldo will come to the fore.
Okay. All right, we wait to see how that will pan out. It's just some months away. By November, hostilities will begin in Korea, and we'll get to see the African teams really doing very well. Someone said the only team that has what it takes to win the World Cup from the African continent has to be the Teranga Lions of Senegal. Well, we don't know how that is going to happen.
Is absolutely the truth.
Yeah.
Now,
in terms of quality,
in terms of
even of coaching, organization.
If any team is going to do well, at least go far in the Qatar 2022, it has to be Senegal. Unless something unusual, maybe there is crisis.
Or probably they didn't come to the party.
But Senegal, go and write it down. I'm predicting here that's the Senegalese team I saw
in the African Cup of Nations.
The Senegalese team that qualified ahead of Egypt.
Remember, they didn't play well in the group stage. They struggled.
Teams always grow as they progress.
All right,
Senegalese team will get to the semi-final.
Well, so says Dari. Dari feels the Senegalese team, the Teranga Lions, will roar in Qatar, and we hope that they will hoist the flag of the countries very well. Not taking anything away from the Black Stars of Ghana. They are our brothers, and they've been throwing vituperations at us, but we're going to give them all the support when hostilities begin at the FIFA World Cup. Let's switch attention to the MPFL. We witnessed Matchday 20 last week, and I tell you, it was really very exciting. Rivers United are still holding it down at the summit of the table, playing a 1-1 draw with Aqua United, while Lobby Stars defeated Rangers of Enugu by 2-0. Nasarawa United got the better of Shooting Stars of Ibadan, beating them by 2-0. MFM played against, when the 20th place team plays against the 19th place team, there was a switch. MFM defeated Atlant by 1-0. It was a battle between the 19th and the 20th place team, with MFM coming out, running out victorious, and of course displacing Atlant in the 19th position, while Eyimba defeated Wikitoris by 2-0. George Finidi back to winning ways. He has been on the fire. Gombe United defeated Kano Pillars by 1-0. What is going on with Sai Mesugida? I think I'm going to be asking Dario Lainga. Sunshine out of Akure defeated Plateau United by 1-0. That was a setback for Plateau United. Niger Tornadoes defeated Dakada FC. Dari, I'm starting with MFM versus Atlant. MFM got the needed win, and right now they are 19. Do you think this will actually spur them on to get out of the relegation waters?
Well, Atlant has been the whipping team, in this season, even together with MFM. So what happened was just a switch of position. But anyone, that finds itself, in the relegation zone at this period of, in the league, like it has always been before, such team cannot escape relegation again.
Such team cannot escape relegation again. Let's look at Rivers United. They've been keeping it tight at the summit of the MPFL, and the game against Aqua United, one felt that they might actually slump in that game, but they went there, they fought, and they were able to get a 1-1 draw.
I think it's a good one for Aqua United. Don't forget their coach has been fired because of poor performances and all that, and they just got a new coach, Deji Ayeni, and I think it started on a good note by getting a draw against the league leaders, Rivers United.
In terms of performance.
Rangers was there, I think, some weeks ago, and they were beaten like 4-0 in Uyo. So now getting a draw, against Rivers United, I think it started on a very good note. Well,
it has started on a very good note. On the top of the table, Rivers United still occupied the #1 spot, followed by Plateau United, who incidentally lost in the Matchday 20. Rangers International also holding it down, coming third of the table. And of course, we have Kwara United, who for me has been very phenomenal this season. Why I say that they are phenomenal is the fact that one wouldn't expect that Kwara United would be in the top 4. They will be jostling for the MPFL at this time. We hope that they will be able to sustain the momentum, and of course, we wait to see how things will pan out. Welcome back. Well, this is the much we can take on this week's episode of Sport Pizza. If you have enjoyed this, why don't you join us next week for a bigger and a bumper edition of the show. You can join us on all our social media mechanisms. Follow us up on our Twitter account, on our Facebook account, Instagram, and of course, you can send us text messages. We'll be on ground to read them. Dario Layinka, I really want to thank you for deeming it fit to be a part of this show, and it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, my pleasure also.
Always a pleasure to have you here, Dari. Well, this is the much we can take of this week's episode of the show. As you can see, Brownson Uwana is conspicuously missing on the show. He has been put on the bench, but he will be back with a bigger and a bumper edition of the show. On behalf of the entire team, we're saying goodbye and have a wonderful day.